Hello everyone, I'm Pooja and today I'm going to talk about carbon nanotubes. What is carbon nanotube? Carbon nanotube can be viewed as a rolled up graphene sheet. They have unique properties resulting from its cylindrical shape and strong covalent carbon-carbon bonding and lack of surface dangling bond. That is, they have no unsatisfied surface bonds. Properties of CNT are good thermal conductivity of approximately 3000 kilowatts per Kelvin, good mechanical strength. CNT have Young modulus of 1 terapascal, high current density of approximately 10⁹ ampere per square centimeter, and high electrical conductivity about 10⁶ ohm meter. Low bias transport can be nearly ballistic across the distance of several hundred nanometer. Ballistic transport is a result of negligible electrical resistivity of CNT. These sheets are rolled up at specific and discrete angles called as a chiral. The combination of rolling angle and the radius decides the nanotube properties. CNT thus can be a leading candidate in improving the performance, speed and density in integrated circuits. Now let us see the structure of CNT. You can see in a figure on the right hand side there is a tube axis T. A1 and A2 are the unit vectors in a graphene sheet. Then the chiral vector or the circumference is given by Na1 plus Ma2. N and M are the chiral vectors. You can see in the figure that if M equal to 0, the tube is called as a zigzag, whereas if N and M are equal, it is called as armchair. Single-walled carbon nanotubes can be either metallic or semiconducting depending upon its chirality and diameter. So if n minus m is an integer multiple of 3, it is a metallic, as the tube is a semiconducting. As a result, we end up with 2/3 of semiconducting tube and 1/3 of metallic CNTs. Now types of CNT. CNT can be a single-walled or multi-walled as shown in the figure. Multi-walled CNT are metallic. Single-walled and CNT are considered to be one of the most promising candidates for post-CMOS application, mainly owing to their smallness and ballistic transport property. Band gap of single-walled nanotube depend upon the chirality and the diameter of nanotube. As I discussed before, depending upon their chiral vectors N and M, the CNT can be armchair or a zigzag or chiral as shown in the figure below. Synthesis and process. There are 3 types. First is a carbon arc discharge. Second is a laser ablation of carbon, and the third is a chemical vapor deposition (CVD). CVD is the most popular and widely used among all the 3 processes because of its low setup cost, high production yield and purity. So let us see how it works. You first put a nickel catalyst on a substrate. You then heat up a nickel catalyst in a chamber in between 500 to 1000 degrees Celsius. Ni catalyst then breaks into small little balls as shown in the figure. You then strike the plasma, add carbon and hydrogen containing gas for growth of CNT, and some etching gas like ammonia that removes the unwanted amorphous carbon. As a result, you get the carbon nanotubes as shown in the figure. So why study CNT? For decades, the transistor size has been shrinking to pack more transistors on a chip. As transistors get smaller, they waste power and generate more heat. As a result, MOSFET devices are reaching limit to which their size cannot be further reduced. These limits can be overcome to some extent by modifying the channel material in the traditional bulk MOSFET structure with a single carbon nanotube or an array of carbon nanotubes instead of silicon. A team of Stanford engineers has built a basic computer using carbon nanotube, a semiconducting material that runs faster while using less energy than those made of Si chip. Also now in new study, researchers at the IBM J. Watson Research Center have harnessed the potential of carbon nanotube as a way to extend scaling rules and achieve further performance improvement in the transistors. One day, transistors made of carbon nanotubes may form the backbone of many of our electronic devices, including smartphones and tablets. So let us see CNT FET. CNT FET refers to the field effect transistors that utilizes a single carbon nanotube or an array of a carbon nanotube as a channel material instead of bulk silicon in the traditional MOSFET structures. There are 4 types of CNT FET. First is a backgated, second top gated, third is a wraparound gate, and fourth is a suspended. We won't focus much on the backgated CNT FET right now because of its drawbacks like high contact resistance and difficulty to switch device on and off using low voltage. So let us study top gated carbon nanotube field effect transistors. They have structures similar to that of conventional silicon metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, that is, with the gate electrode above the conduction channel separated from the channel by a thin SiO2 dielectric. This geometry allows for operating at the low gate voltage. Now let us see the fabrication steps. Step 1. Single-walled carbon nanotubes, a solution deposited on a silicon oxide substrate. In step 2, after locating the nanotubes via atomic force microscope, tubes are then separated. In step 3, source and drain contacts are defined and patterned using high-resolution electron beam lithography. A high-temperature annealing is performed to reduce contact resistance and improve adhesion between the contacts and CNT. In step 4, a thin top-gated dielectric is then deposited on the top of the nanotube, either via evaporation or atomic layer deposition. In step 5, the top gate contact is then deposited on the gate dielectric. The second type is a wraparound gate CNT FET. In wraparound gate, instead of gating a part of a nanotube, entire circumference of nanotube is gated, improving electrical performance and reducing leakage current. In general, a wraparound gate structure is expected to be the ideal geometry that maximize electrostatic gate control in FETs. The fabrication steps are as below. In this process, CNTs are wrapped in a gate dielectric and a gate contact via atomic layer deposition. They are then dipped in a solution and wrapping is partially etched off, exposing the end of the nanotubes. The source, drain, and the gate contacts are then deposited on the CNT ends and the metallic outer gate wrapping. The fourth type is suspended CNT FET. The fabrication steps include: the entire device is fabricated first, the oxide is etched down in the center to provide a trench, and the tubes are grown and suspended over the trench. Nanotube is grown by lying the catalyst performing the growth, and again relying on an end-to-end connection of the nanotube which lies on the top of the metal electrodes. However, the structure works good only with the shorter size of carbon nanotubes. Current and IV characteristic of CNT FETs. The current equation is as shown, where ECI is the minimum conduction band energy, Ti is the transmission coefficient of the ith band, and Fs and Fd are the Fermi distribution at the source and the drain. Below is a current equation in terms of carbon nanotube surface potential. On the right hand side figure, we can see a plot of IDS versus VDS at various gate voltages. Plot is similar to that of traditional MOSFET. Advantages of CNT over silicon MOSFET. CNT FET resistivity is constant with the size, thus making an excellent interconnect. They have good on-off current ratio, high current density of 10⁹ ampere per square centimeter, better threshold voltage and subthreshold slope, and high electron mobility as compared to that of silicon, better control over the channel formation. Disadvantages of CNT. Despite huge progress in CNT research over the year, we are still unable to produce CNT of well-defined properties in large quantities with cost-effective technique. The root of this problem is lack of proper understanding of the CNT growth mechanism. The other disadvantage is high background noise and lifetime. That is because CNT degrades in few days when exposed to oxygen. Let us see the application of CNT. Transistors and logic, plastic electronics, the other is field emission. That is due to high aspect ratio. CNT amplifies the applied electric field at its apex to reduce potential barrier there and enable quantum mechanical tunneling of electrons. The other application of parallel E-beam lithography, microwave source, and replace copper as via interconnect. That is because CNT has a strong covalent bonds and they have less electromigration. These are the references, and thank you for watching this video.